Hey guys, I'm Anthony, also known as ATvRacer. Today we're going to be doing a quick overview of the premium format Poison Ivy. This is my first review, so you'll have to bear with me. And I want to thank Batman Statue Collector for allowing me to do this. Let's get to it. Alright guys, like I said, I'm ATvRacer, and this is the premium format Poison Ivy by Sideshow Collectibles. This is my first review, and I'm happy to do it for you guys. Hopefully the lighting is alright in here. I'm trying my best here. Alright, where should I start? This is my first DC piece I've ever gotten. I got a Kotobukiya Poison Ivy, so technically second. First premium format, first quarter scale. I know a lot of people will give their score at the end. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you right in the beginning, because sometimes I don't make it to the end of videos. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 right now. It's still new and fresh to me, so I like it. I don't see any blemishes with the paint to make that score lower. So I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10 for now, because I'm very good with who I had it paired with. I guess we can start with the bottom and work our way up. The base. It's just a rock base, some grays, browns, and a slight purple and some of the shadowing. It looks pretty good. The roots have some vines painted on them. The roots from the plant, and they're like a brown with green highlights and some salmon color highlights. And that looks good because it's a different color green from the roots to the plant to her. So they didn't make it all one color, so that looks good. It gives it a lot of depth. From there we move up to the petals. The paint on the inside is pretty clean. Each one is individually painted. You know, some dry brush technique there. I'm assuming, not a master painter. The outside of the petal is probably coming up as mostly one color, but the base color is like a dark purple maroon with some red highlights and then black in the shadows. And it actually has a lot of color to it, but it's hard to pick up on camera, and I'm recording with a cell phone, so I don't know how well that's going to pick up. But I'll show you some close-ups at the end. It'll show you the color more. From there, we move into the vines that are surrounding her feet. And that's like it's a lighter green with less yellow than the body has. But it's still the same colors, just a different, slightly different hue. And it's got some white details on there. Now, how everything connects into the base, you're going to put the petals in first. The base is one piece. The 3 petals are their own pieces. And then the figure goes in all in one piece, and the portraits are separate. But the way everything fits together here, I'm not sure how it's picking up, but the seams aren't bad on it. The way they have everything interlocked here, it's pretty good. Especially from right there, from the side you're supposed to view it from. And it's sturdy, you know, there's no wobble into it. The paint from the vines to the feet are nice and clean. All the veins wrapped around her legs are nice and clean. Now, I'm sure every piece might not have been painted as good as this, but on mine, I don't really see any flaws. The vines look very, very well painted. Now, I saw some people complaining the leaves weren't detailed enough, which I guess could be true. They have detail. There is sculpt there on them, and they are not just a solid color. They have highlights and shadows, but there is not actual veins painted into the leaves like a real leaf would have. As far as the overall sculpt of the figure, the body, I think it's dead on. I think it's great. I don't think anything needs to be changed on this as far as sculpt wise goes. That goes for the base as well. I think the base is fine. It gives you enough to show you what she is and what she's about. The actual green is a nice color green. It's more on the brownish yellowish side, but it's still definitely green. It's just not a Gamora green, which I wouldn't want it to be. And for me, this is fine. This green is, I'm perfectly happy with this color. Now, if this was next to a Prime 1 Hush, it might look a little odd, you know, because that one's definitely more green. From there, go up to the portraits. And the only thing that's lacking in the portrait for me is the hair. It's a little clumped together looking, and it doesn't have as much detail sculpted into it as, say, the Phoenix or even Aspen. Her hair is sculpted a little nicer. I think they just have more detail into it. This one's more of like a smooth. It's not bad, and it's painted well. The flowers are painted well. Everything's clean on it. I actually like the detail in this hair, but I like the flow of this hair better. And this portrait works better with the art print I got, so that's the head I'll probably use. But I'll go ahead and put there you go. And as you can see, there's a little bit of movement to them, but that's fine. It lets you place them where you feel they look the best or sit the best. And that keeps it from rubbing the figure as well. All the hair is off the figure, so you don't have to worry about no paint rubs. Now, I think this portrait is good looking. I think it's fine. It doesn't come off in pictures or video as good as the regular portrait, but I like it. I think it looks really good. So, all positive remarks so far. So, if I were to do some nitpicking, minor things. The fingernails, they're pretty much the same color as, you know, the skin. You can see the outline of the fingertips. Fingernails. But it would have been nice if they put like a little bit of gloss or just a slightly different tint with maybe a more flesh tone color would have helped. And I think another thing that would have helped would have been some more color in the body. But not the actual color of the body, but as far as maybe adding some flowers here and there on the vines, instead of just having all green vines and brown vines with green leaves, throw a couple flower petals on some of them vines. Kind of like how the art print is. It has some color to break it up. I think that would have set it over the top. That would have brought it up to a 9 in my opinion. But what's there is really good. As my first DC piece, I'm really happy. So I'm a little biased towards Marvel for sure, but I don't really have anything bad to say about this. Alright guys, here she is in her display. Well, on her display. I got her in front of the art print. I'm getting some glare off the light. So I'll do my best to get the colors to show up good. But right now I got a water, earth, fire type thing going on, and that's how I have her displayed. Right now I'm going to keep her with the regular portrait. Goes better with the art print. But here's some close-ups.